very good morning. This presentation is brought to you by Resonate International with a mission to leverage knowledge worldwide. The topic being, is China smart or others novice? A call for nations to wake up. Ladies and gentlemen, China's rapid ascent on the global stage has sparked debates on whether its success is due to its strategic brilliance or the mistakes of others. In recent decades, China's global strategy has demonstrated remarkable foresight, making inroads in regions where others seem to have underestimated its intentions. The world is waking up to China's calculated moves and its growing influence on a global scale. And this is not only stirring up the Western nations in particular, but making them and others nervous too. Western powers, particularly the US, have often been bogged down by short-term political cycles, internal divisions and differing policy viewpoints due to democratic environments, and inconsistent foreign policies as a resultant. Plainly speaking, China's methodical rise was a response not only to global shifts but also to the West's political immaturity and absence of foresight. China's strategic thinking can be traced back to the ancient philosophies of Sun Tzu, a Chinese military general and a philosopher whose art of war emphasized deception, strategic patience, and the technique of winning without fighting. Post-World War II, China adopted a cautious approach, focusing on internal consolidation while keeping a low profile internationally. However, the 1978 economic reforms under Deng Xiaoping marked the beginning of China's calculated entry into global affairs, gradually positioning itself as a formidable global power. China's GDP growth post 1978 is nothing short of extraordinary. According to the World Bank, this growth averaged 9.5% annually between 1978 and 2018. It is rooted in strategic foresight and careful long-term planning. This transformation came as other nations grappled with economic crises of their own and policy indecisions. China's careful approach, rooted in ancient strategies, allowed it to bide time while capitalizing on global shifts. Its rise wasn't just a matter of luck. It was calculated with clear objectives set over decades. Let's look at some of China's strategic moves to understand things better. First is the Belt and Road Initiative. Historically, China's strategy of extending its influence beyond its borders can also be traced back to the Silk Road, which not only served as a trade route but also as a channel for cultural exchange and geopolitical influence. Modern China has built upon this legacy through its Belt and Road Initiative, aiming to re-establish its dominance across continents by leveraging infrastructure investments. Through these investments across Asia, Africa, and Europe, China has enhanced its political influence while securing access to crucial markets and resources. While many countries initially welcomed BRI, some later found themselves trapped in debt, raising concerns about China's long-term intentions. Is this smart diplomacy, or did these nations fail to foresee the consequences? The question stands. Post 2008, while Western nations were preoccupied with domestic economic recovery and political infighting, China seized the opportunity to build global influence. The US, in particular, lacked a coherent strategy to counterbalance China's growing presence in regions like Africa, Southeast Asia, leaving thus a vacuum that China eagerly filled. The BRI, which has seen investments exceed $1 trillion across 70 plus countries, reflects China's ability to fill the gap left by Western retrenchment after the 2008 financial crisis. For instance, Sri Lanka's Hambantota port deal, which saw the country lease the port to China for 99 years due to debt, is a cautionary tale. While China built infrastructure, Western nations largely focused on short-term economic measures, missing the strategic implications of China's long-term investments. The second is Africa's strategic leverage. China's engagement with Africa through massive infrastructure projects and resource extraction deals has ensured its control over critical resources like rare earth minerals. China's investments in African infrastructure, such as the $3.2 billion standard gauge railway in Kenya, have secured access to vital resources. This move has made China indispensable in global supply chains, making it difficult for Western powers to counterbalance without substantial risks to their own economies. China's latest moves in Africa, particularly through the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, underscore its strategic ambition. By offering loans, infrastructure projects, and diplomatic support, China has deepened its ties with African nations. The latest initiative of building a free trade area across several African countries further integrates these economies with China's, ensuring long-term influence and dependence. China's trade with Africa, reaching $254 billion in 2021, contrasts sharply with US $64 billion loan or trade. Western powers' failure to engage meaningfully with Africa, often viewing the continent through a narrow lens of aid and conditionality, allowed China to establish deep economic and political ties. The absence of a cohesive Western strategy to counter China's influence in Africa underscores the political immaturity and lack of foresight that have led to long-term vulnerabilities. The third example is South China Sea dominance. China's well-calculated and assertive stance in South China Sea, building artificial islands and expanding its military presence, is another example of strategic foresight to control resources and vital maritime trade routes in this region. China's artificial island building campaign in the South China Sea allowed it to control over 3 million square kilometers of vital shipping lanes through which nearly $3.37 trillion worth of trade passes annually. While ASEAN nations struggled with internal divisions, China methodically established a presence, ignoring 2016 Permanent Court of Arbitration ruling in favor of the Philippines. This shows China's ability to exploit legal and diplomatic indecision. China's militarization of the South China Sea and the establishment of artificial islands have given it control over one of the world's most critical maritime trade routes. Despite international legal rulings, the strategic importance of these waters has allowed China to maintain its stronghold, leaving other nations scrambling to respond effectively. This is another case where the West, especially the US, demonstrated political immaturity. Despite clear threats to international norms, responses were fragmented and indecisive. The US pivot to Asia policy lacked consistent follow-through, allowing China to establish control over key maritime routes. This lack of foresight and unified strategy led to a strategic point of no return, where China now holds significant leverage in one of the world's most critical waterways. The fourth example is string of pearls strategy in the Indian Ocean. China's establishment of military and economic bases in countries like Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Myanmar, often referred to as the string of pearls, has provided it with strategic advantages in the Indian Ocean. This network effectively surrounds India and has raised significant concerns in New Delhi and beyond. The fifth example is China-Russia relationships and Western sanctions. China's strengthening calculated relationship with Russia, particularly amid Western sanctions, is another example of strategic thinking by China and the West's lack of foresight. The US and Europe failed to anticipate how isolating Russia would drive it closer to China. This alignment has not only bolstered China's access to resources, but also created a powerful geopolitical bloc that challenges now the Western dominance. Political immaturity and short-term thinking have allowed China to capitalize on these dynamics, turning a challenge into an opportunity. While the West isolates Russia more and more, China strengthens its economic ties, securing energy resources and bolstering its geopolitical position. This balancing act shows China's ability to turn geopolitical tensions to its advantage. After the West imposed sanctions on Russia in 2014, China's trade with Russia increased by 50%, reaching $146 billion by 2021. China filled the vacuum left by Western firms, securing energy and agricultural products at very favorable prices. This pragmatic approach has not only benefited China economically, but has also strengthened its geopolitical position. Also, through its Belt and Road Initiative, China has extended its influence into the Central Asia, an area traditionally within the Russia's sphere of influence. This move not only weakens Russia's control, but also provides China with a foothold in a region rich in natural resources and strategic routes to Europe. The sixth example is strategic inroads in South America. Perhaps one of the most overlooked yet significant moves are China's deepening engagement in South America, right in the backyard of United States. Through investments in infrastructure, energy and technology, China has established strong ties with countries like Brazil, Argentina and Venezuela. These relationships are not just economic, they are strategic, providing China with critical access to resources, markets, and geopolitical influence in a region traditionally dominated by the US. Despite its geographical proximity, the US seems alarmingly slow to grasp the full extent of China's intentions and the long-term implications for its own influence in the Western Hemisphere. The seventh example is technology and 5G leadership amid Western hesitation. Huawei's dominance in 5G markets, with over 70 contracts globally, including Europe and Africa, illustrates how China capitalized on Western tech giants' slow response. By 2020, China was responsible for 44% of global 5G patents, outpacing the US and Europe combined. The West's failure to invest adequately in next generation technologies early enough, on one hand, China a competitive advantage was derived that it fully exploited. As China aggressively pursued advancements in telecommunications, the US and Europe were slow to recognize the geopolitical implications of allowing a Chinese firm to control a significant portion of future global infrastructure of telecommunication. This political immaturity in addressing the tech race has left the West scrambling now to catch up, further solidifying China's technological edge. Huawei's rise as a global leader in 5G technology has showcased China's focus on dominating future industries. While the US and Europe debated the security implications of Chinese technology, China pressed ahead, securing deals and establishing a technological foothold globally. Critics do argue that Western nations were slow to recognize the implications of China's tech advancements, giving China an upper hand. Ladies and gentlemen, looking at above, a natural question arises. Is China so invincible by now and so super smart that it leaves no scope for others to rise up and regain their lost ground? Let's examine China's vulnerabilities and strategic opportunities for the West. While China has demonstrated strategic brilliance, no doubt, it also faces significant vulnerabilities that the West can look at to exploit it, regain lost ground. First is demographic challenge. China's aging population, a result of decades of one-child policy, poses a long-term economic threat. By 2050, over a third of China's population is expected to be over 60, which could strain its social security system and reduce its labor force. In contrast, the West, particularly the US, benefits from relatively younger populations and immigration, offering an opportunity to maintain economic vitality and innovation. Second could be economic dependency and debt traps. China's reliance on debt-driven growth has led to vulnerabilities within its financial system. The property sector, which accounts for nearly 30% of its GDP, is currently facing a crisis, as seen with the collapse of Evergrande and other major developers. The West can focus on fostering economic resilience and promoting sustainable growth. Both models using China's debt dependency as a cautionary tale. Technological decoupling could be a third possibility. Despite its advancements, China still lags behind the US in key areas such as semiconductor manufacturing and advanced software. The US and its allies can focus on maintaining their lead in these critical technologies by investing in research, development, and talent acquisition, making it thus difficult for China to catch up in the near future. The fourth could be environmental sustainability. China is the world's largest emitter of greenhouse gases, and its rapid industrialization has led to severe environmental degradation. While China is investing in renewable energy, it still faces significant challenges in balancing economic growth with environmental sustainability. The West, by leading in green technology and environmental policies, can set global standards that China will struggle to meet, thus creating a strategic advantage. Fifth could be geopolitical overreach. China's assertive foreign policy, particularly in regions like Southeast Asia, Africa, and the Indo-Pacific, has created resentment and resistance. Countries that have fallen into debt trap or face Chinese influence are becoming more wary. The West can regain influence by offering more transparent, mutually beneficial partnerships and promoting democratic values which resonate with many nations wary of China's growing power. What is the way forward? While China's strategic maneuvers continue to advance, other global powers must reassess their positions. The West, particularly the US, must recognize that despite China's advances, there are still opportunities to regain strategic ground by addressing its own political immaturity and leveraging China's existing vulnerabilities such as demographic decline, economic overreach, and technological gaps. The West can create a window of opportunity to reassert its influence and take a lead. Strategic foresight, unity, and long-term planning are essential to counter China's growing influence and prevent further erosion of Western dominance. The US, in particular, needs to recalibrate its approach to counter China's growing influence, including in South America. A concerted effort towards strengthening alliances, increasing strategic investments, and understanding the broader implications of China's actions is crucial. Failure to do so may lead to irreversible shifts in global power dynamics, leaving others to wonder if they were merely outsmarted or simply failed to recognize the game. For other nations, acknowledging various missteps is crucial too. Strategic unity, especially with Western allies, is necessary to counterbalance China's influence. Focusing on long-term investments in critical technologies, infrastructure, and global partnerships, particularly in underdeveloped regions, will be essential. Additionally, learning from China's success in agile decision making and proactive diplomacy can prevent further strategic losses. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, China's rise is not just a testament to its strategic brilliance. It is also a reflection of the West's political immaturity and lack of foresight, and also shortcomings in recognizing and adapting to changing global dynamics and landscapes. Meanwhile, China continues to outmaneuver many on the global stage. The key question thus remains: will others learn and adapt, or continue to play catch up? The future of global power dynamics depends on the answer. Is China smart, or others are novice? The answer is all is not lost, certainly. By recognizing and exploiting China's vulnerabilities, the West has the possibility and opportunity to regain its footing. The lesson for the world is clear. Strategic foresight, unity, and long-term planning are essential to counter China's growing influence. The world must recognize that China's success is as much about its own strategic intelligence, long-term single-party rule, and crystal clear policies in national interest towards aligning public mindsets, as it is about the mistakes of others. Adapting to these realities is no longer a choice, it is a necessity. Every nation's stability, sustainability, and survival will rest on how quickly an introspection is done and how firmly the future is planned. Rising above political differences within the domestic landscape, a long-term national approach and commitment of strategic growth and inclusive development within the framework of national and international laws must be framed and implemented so that a continuous, transparent, and sustainable approach in domestic as well as foreign affairs remains consistent and in public eye for compliance by everyone in national interest. Leveraging the strength of international public opinion in this process shall provide vital success, as their preference for democratic values will itself become the major force in itself. Good luck, best wishes, and God bless.